Hello, friends. It's Quick, your favorite goblin. Hope everyone's doing a wonderful day today, and everything's going well. I'm gonna do this is my I'm gonna try a book review right now. So here you go. So from work here, because I work at a library, I uh I checked out. Excuse me. I checked out the Explorer's Guide to Wyld Mount, and from most of it, it seems okay. Um, I think a good 100 or so pages in the back of the adventures can be cut out. It doesn't need to be there personally. You can weave a lot of that stuff into the main, like the for factions and just the general information about like each of the places. You can weave some adventure hooks in there without needing 100 pages of stats. And I mean not stats, 100 pages of adventure. Same thing with I know at the end has also not that many pages of monsters. I still think you could probably reference them. Excuse me. I think you reference them with just a few like notes and a few things. Nothing too big because a lot of it is just from the monster manual. And when new stuff, you could probably put them like that one. You could probably keep in the back, but you could make it a lot less. And I don't really know if we really need to have stats specifically on creatures with class levels. It just seems to be not needed in my opinion. Some books have done it and it's okay, and some, yeah, it's okay, but I think it doesn't really need to be there. Just give us the basics. The glossary, you don't need the glossary. In my opinion, it's some pages that don't need to be there. Um, I figure you could probably trim out quite a few pages, and you'll still have a decent amount of things. I figure you could probably go to about 170 pages, maybe even 150, and get all the information out, and it'll still be a very good book. Um, the few things I do like in it are the tables. There's some good tables that are like secrets, other little things, like even in the backgrounds. You could put that in a few pages, keep that there. I think having an index with the tables would also be good. That way, it's just something to cross reference, and you don't have to flip through pages in order to do so. Um, the deities could easily be put on 2-3 pages. Just have a full table with all of them. You don't need to. If you want to break them up, you can just put split them in half, but keep the tables on the same page. And the ones that are just copy overs from other settings, don't really need them. I mean, you don't need to explain them in the world. Just say from PHB or from you know uh, Sword Coast or whatever have you, or Forgotten Realms. Those things would be a lot easier to do, and having quite a few pages of the deities that it's like it doesn't seem to be necessary. Um, Everything else seemed to be pretty good. Uh, I like how a lot of NPCs do not have stat blocks. That kind of like really helps. That way you don't have to worry about whatever. You could make them. You could scale it up and down however you need to. You don't need to exactly have the exact stat block. I think it's pretty good. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, for the most part, things are pretty well. Um, you probably, I mean, yes, I think you could probably just put a different thing out for adventures if need be. It would still be really good. Uh, because I mean, a settings book shouldn't be like a settings book is fine just to give your information about wherever you're from. I'm thinking like second edition Domain of Dread, Domains of Dread, and 3.x's Secrets of Ravenloft. Those are good. You could do a lot of nice stuff with it, and they work. You don't cram everything in there. And yeah, they had a DM's guide separate to it, but that was good because the second edition Domains of Dread had it to where everything was there. You know every Dark Lord, you knew every stat of them, stuff like that. Where third edition just gave you the basics of what's there, and you know like crop, yield, trade goods, stuff like that. And the DM's guide is what had all the other information, and I think that's really important. Um, yeah. So in some ways, I'm like I said, for that, I think the setting book itself is good for a DM's thing because the backgrounds and other things. The one thing I wish they would have put in it would have been a trinkets table. Excuse me, because I believe Rima the Snow Princess, Snow Queen, Ice Queen, the one book in 10 Towns. Anyways, I believe that one has a different trinkets table, and I like that because with it you can, as a DM, add in things that you want, roll it, and just give it to a player, and just say, here's just something. It adds a mystery and can lead to some good hooks. Like what's this thing do, and stuff like that. And I said I love the secrets part of it. The secrets table is really great to have just a list of stuff where you're like, ooh, what is this, kind of thing. But yeah, for the most part, I give it a B minus. Like I said, there's quite a few things that could have been trimmed out and everything can like tidied up, but it's still a good book. I I guess I have to really watch or listen to Critical Role to really appreciate the stuff in it, because it's just another setting book, and I think I was expecting like a little bit more detail with different deities. Hell, even Ravenloft gave you a table of different deities. The only one that there's maybe one or two that were just, yeah, this is just the name of another deity with the serial numbers filed off, as the TV tropes say. So yeah, some things could be good. Could be most of it's pretty good, but I think there's still some stuff that could easily be done better. Anyways, I hope you all have a nice day. Much love. Take care.